Most people chase success like it's something outside of them. Money, status, approval, followers. But the Stoics had a different definition. To them, success was self-mastery. Because once you master yourself, the world stops controlling you. Marcus Aurelius was the most powerful man on earth, yet he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Epictetus was born a slave, yet he lived freer than kings. Today, I'll share 10 Stoic secrets to success that don't rely on luck, motivation, or circumstances. These principles built emperors, warriors, and unshakable men. If you apply them, your life will never be the same. If this content resonates, subscribe. This channel is for those who want discipline, clarity, and inner strength. 1. Control what you can, ignore the rest. Stoics begin with one rule. Some things are in our control, others are not. Your effort? Controlled. You do not waste energy reacting to noise, opinions, or chaos. You decide where your strength goes and why. You work when it is hard, rest when it is wise, and stop when excess would weaken you. Effort is not about doing more, it is about doing what matters deliberately. Your thoughts? Controlled. You do not believe every thought that appears in your mind. You question impressions before obeying them. Fear, anger, doubt, these are signals, not commands. You choose clarity over panic, reason over impulse, truth over comfort. The mind becomes a tool, not a tyrant. Your discipline? Controlled. You act even when motivation is absent. You keep promises made to yourself, especially the unseen ones. No audience, no applause, no excuses. Discipline is your daily vote for the person you are becoming. Consistency replaces intensity. Silence replaces excuses. Control these three, and the world loses its power over you. You are no longer reactive, you are governed. Not by emotion, not by circumstance, but by choice. The economy? Not controlled. Other people's opinions? Not controlled. Luck? Not controlled. Failure begins when you fight reality. Success begins when you align with it. Every successful Stoic focused only on their actions. A Stoic judges life by actions, not intentions. Not by plans, not by excuses. What matters is what you do here and now. You act according to reason, not mood. You choose the next correct step, even when the outcome is uncertain. You do your duty without attachment to applause or reward. Action is the only place virtue becomes real. Thought without action is decoration. Their character. Character is what remains when no one is watching. It is built quietly through restraint, honesty, patience, and courage in small moments. A Stoic does not borrow values from the crowd. He carries his own. Reputation is what others think. Character is what you live with. Guard it carefully, because once compromised, no success can compensate for it. Their response. Events are neutral. Your response gives them power or takes it away. You cannot control what happens, but you command how you meet it. Calm instead of outrage. Clarity instead of panic. Strength instead of complaint. Between stimulus and response is your freedom. That space is where discipline lives. Master these three: your actions, your character, your response, and nothing external can enslave you. Do this and anxiety disappears. 2. Success is character, not outcome. Modern society teaches, you are successful if you win. Stoicism teaches, you are successful if you act with virtue. Did you show discipline? Did you act with courage? Did you stay honest under pressure? If yes, you already won. Outcomes are temporary. Character is permanent. This mindset makes you unstoppable, because even failure cannot break you. 3. Practice voluntary hardship. Seneca advised, set aside a number of days where you live simply. Why? Because comfort weakens the mind. Stoics trained themselves by fasting, to learn that hunger is tolerable and desire is not urgent. Cold exposure, to strengthen the body and teach the mind not to panic. Simple living, to remember that happiness requires little. Physical discomfort, to remove fear of pain and restore self-command. They suffered by choice, so life could never break them by force. Not because pain is good, but because fear of pain is worse. When hardship comes, Stoics don't panic. They've already been there. 4. Remove the need for approval. Nothing kills success faster than this thought. What will people think? Stoics understood. Approval is unstable. What pleases today will offend tomorrow. The crowd shifts, trends change, loyalty expires. If your peace depends on approval, your peace has an expiration date. Build your standards on reason, not applause. Praise enslaves. The moment you crave praise, you surrender control. You begin performing instead of becoming. You adjust your truth to protect compliments. Praise feels light, but it trains obedience. The disciplined mind accepts it and does not chase it. Criticism is unavoidable. Silence invites it. Action multiplies it. Greatness guarantees it. You are judged whether you move or remain still. So choose progress and let criticism become background noise, not a command. Remember, approval is temporary. Praise is a trap. Criticism is the cost. Freedom begins when none of them decide who you are. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not waste time worrying about others. Once you stop needing validation, your decisions become clear and ruthless." 5. Discipline over motivation. Stoics did not wait to feel inspired. They understood a simple truth. Feelings are unstable. Reason is not. They acted because reason demanded it, because duty called, because the work existed, whether they felt ready or not. Motivation comes and goes like weather. Some days it lifts you, most days it abandons you. Discipline stays. Discipline is not emotion. It is a decision made once and honored daily. Success belongs to those who act, not only when motivation strikes, but especially when it doesn't. Because progress is built in silence. On days no one applauds. On days the mind resists. On days the body argues. When tired, the Stoic does not quit. He adjusts his pace, but not his direction. He moves forward with what strength remains, proving that endurance matters more than comfort. When bored, the Stoic does not seek novelty. He stays. He repeats. He sharpens the same motion until repetition becomes mastery. Because boredom is not a signal to stop, it is a test of seriousness. When uninspired, the Stoic does not wait for fire. He acts anyway, because discipline, not feeling, produces results. Because feelings follow action, not the other way around. The Stoics knew this. You do not rise to the level of your passion. You fall to the level of your habits. Success is not a spark of passion. It is a steady flame of action, maintained when the world offers no encouragement, no praise, no certainty. It is waking up and doing the work, again and again and again. Not because it is exciting, but because it is necessary. The Stoic does not ask, "Do I feel like it?" He asks, "What must be done?" And then, without complaint, without delay, he does it. 6. Turn obstacles into advantage. One of the most enduring Stoic principles is simple but demanding. The obstacle is the way. What stands in the path does not block the path. It becomes the path. Every problem is an opportunity for training. Life does not send resistance by accident. Pressure is applied to reveal strength. Challenges test your mind, your body, and your spirit. They force you to think clearly when emotion wants control. They demand patience when panic offers shortcuts. They require decisive action when hesitation feels safer. The obstacle is not a wall. It is the gym where resilience is built. It is the fire that hardens discipline. It is the weight that strengthens character. Every delay is a lesson in patience. Waiting is not wasted time, it is time under instruction. Delays teach self-control. They sharpen judgment. They train you to sit with discomfort without escaping it. The impatient rush and weaken themselves. The patient mature in the pause. A Stoic understands, if you cannot endure waiting, you are not ready to lead. Every loss is a forge for wisdom. Pain, failure, and disappointment are brutal teachers, but honest ones. Loss strips away illusion. It reveals what was false, fragile, or dependent. It sharpens discernment. It teaches what truly matters and what never did. The Stoic does not curse misfortune. He studies it. He extracts insight. He harvests strength. He leaves with clarity. Where others see injustice, the Stoic sees instruction. Where others break, the Stoic builds. Instead of asking, "Why me?" ask, "How can this strengthen me? What is this training me to become?" That single shift in thinking separates leaders from victims, builders from complainers, the disciplined from the defeated. Obstacles do not stop the Stoic. They shape him. And when the path clears, he is no longer the same person who began the journey. He is stronger, calmer, prepared. Because the obstacle was never the enemy, it was the teacher. 7. Memento mori, remember death. Stoics reflected on death daily, not to become fearful, not to become sad, but to eliminate nonsense. Death was not an ending to obsess over. It was a lens to see life clearly. When you remember that life is short, you stop procrastinating. Time is no longer assumed. Tomorrow is no longer guaranteed. You act now. Not when conditions are perfect, not when you feel ready. Because readiness is often an excuse in disguise. When you remember death, you stop pleasing fools. Their approval loses its power. Their opinions lose their urgency. You choose principle over popularity, truth over applause, integrity over comfort. When death is remembered, focus sharpens. You stop wasting energy on distractions. You stop arguing about trivialities. You stop chasing what does not endure. Clarity replaces noise. Energy flows toward what matters. Purpose decides direction, not impulse. Memento mori does not weaken life. It intensifies it. Death gives urgency. Urgency creates action. Action builds discipline. Discipline builds success. The Stoic does not fear death. He uses it. Because when you remember that life ends, you finally begin to live. Deliberately, decisively, and without regret. 8. Master your emotions. Stoics did not suppress emotions. They governed them. They understood that emotions are signals, not commands. To be ruled by emotion is to surrender reason. To master emotion is to reclaim authority over your life. Anger clouds judgment. It narrows vision and accelerates decisions. Under anger, you react instead of choosing. Words are spoken that cannot be taken back. Actions are taken that create permanent consequences. Reason fades, damage follows. The Stoic pauses. He does not deny anger, but he does not obey it either. He examines it. He delays it. He strips it of control. Anger, once mastered, becomes insight. It teaches what matters, reveals injustice, and highlights boundaries, but it does not dictate action. Fear paralyzes action. It exaggerates danger and diminishes strength. It whispers worst-case scenarios and demands safety over growth. You wait. You hesitate. You delay. And while you are waiting for certainty, opportunity quietly disappears. The Stoic understands. Fear is not a command to stop. It is a signal to prepare, then move anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is action taken despite it. Ego destroys progress. It rejects correction. It resists learning. It protects pride instead of pursuing truth. Ego would rather be right than improve. It feeds vanity, excuses failure, and blocks growth. And the moment ego takes command, development stops. The Stoic keeps ego small. He listens more than he speaks. He accepts feedback without offense. He values progress over appearance. He measures himself against reality, not perception. Epictetus taught, "It's not events that disturb us, but our judgments." Events are neutral. They gain power only through interpretation. Change the judgment, and the emotion loses its grip. But mastery does not end there. A Stoic does not simply react less. He rehearses control. He anticipates emotional triggers. He prepares for insult, loss, and temptation. He practices patience when provoked. He tempers desire when craving arises. Master your judgments, and you master your emotions. Master your emotions, and you master your actions. Master your actions, and you master your life. The Stoic sees life as a training ground. Every insult is a test. Every loss is a lesson. Every challenge is a mirror, reflecting where control is weak. He does not cling to comfort. He does not run from discomfort. He shapes himself through it. Through deliberate effort, repeated over time, the Stoic gains unshakable composure. This is true Stoic power. To remain unmoved where others panic. To act decisively where others hesitate. To choose what is right when others are guided by impulse. Emotions do not disappear. They are not the enemy. But when mastered, they become allies, guiding without commanding, alerting without controlling. And the life guided by reason, discipline, and mastery of emotion is a life of freedom, clarity, and strength. Consistency beats talent. Stoics valued daily practice, not sudden bursts of effort that burn bright and disappear. Not dramatic gestures meant to impress spectators, but consistency, the quiet discipline of doing what is right every day. Talent is loud. Consistency is patient. Talent seeks admiration. Consistency seeks results. Small actions performed daily shape character. One day of discipline changes little. A lifetime of it changes everything. The mind learns restraint. The body learns endurance. The soul learns focus. What is repeated becomes familiar. What is familiar becomes automatic. What is automatic becomes identity. Consistency turns hardship into habit, temptation into control, virtue into second nature. The Stoic understands. Mastery is not born in a moment of inspiration. It is forged through repetition, quietly, deliberately, without applause. A small action done every day compounds. What is done daily multiplies quietly. The Stoic trusts accumulation over intensity. Small effort, applied without interruption, grows stronger than rare bursts of force. Time becomes an ally when discipline is consistent. Builds identity. Repeated action shapes self-image. You become what you practice. Discipline is no longer something you do, it is who you are. Character is formed by habits, not intentions. Creates inevitability. When action is consistent, outcomes stop being hopeful and become certain. There is no anxiety, no guessing. The result arrives not by chance but by cause. Consistency removes doubt and replaces it with inevitability. There is no mystery in success. There is no luck involved. When effort is consistent, progress becomes predictable. And when progress is predictable, success becomes mathematical. Not dramatic, not emotional, just inevitable. It means success does not come from flashes of inspiration, grand gestures or feelings of motivation. It does not rely on applause, recognition, or sudden bursts of energy. Instead, it comes from repeated action, disciplined effort, and steady habits. When you show up every day, do the work and honor the process. Progress accumulates like quiet math, unavoidable, unstoppable. There is no fanfare, no excitement, no drama, just cause and effect. You plant the seeds consistently, you water them consistently, and growth follows, not because you feel like it, but because the laws of effort and time are consistent. It is inevitable. The world may notice, or it may not. The work is silent, invisible, ordinary, but the results are absolute. Discipline guarantees them. In short, success is a consequence of consistency, not passion. It does not ask permission. It does not wait for feeling. It simply unfolds when effort is maintained. That is why it is not dramatic, not emotional, just inevitable. 10. Define your own success. The final Stoic secret. Never let society define success for you. Some chase money and lose peace. They fill their lives with wealth, possessions, and luxury, only to find that the mind grows restless, anxious over debts, taxes, comparison, and loss. The more they have, the more they fear losing, and peace, the one thing truly valuable, slips away unnoticed. Some chase status and lose freedom. They bend to the expectations of others, sacrifice their time, their choices, their autonomy, all for titles, applause, or influence. They may be admired, envied, or obeyed, but their life is no longer their own. Every decision is constrained by opinion, approval, and social hierarchy. Some chase recognition and lose integrity. They seek praise, approval, and fame, and in doing so, compromise what they know is right. They speak what pleases, act what entertains, and slowly trade virtue for applause. The world may celebrate them, but they know deep inside they have betrayed themselves. The Stoic sees these traps clearly. Peace cannot be bought. Freedom cannot be borrowed. Integrity cannot be earned from others. It is claimed by the self. True success is not measured by wealth, fame, or power. It is measured by the things no one can take from you. A calm mind, a strong character, freedom in thought and action. True success is not measured by wealth, praise, or titles. It is measured by what cannot be taken from you. A calm mind, unshaken by insult, disappointment, or fear. It sees clearly, thinks rationally, and chooses wisely. Peace is not a luxury, it is a tool. A mind at peace makes better decisions, endures hardships, and acts with clarity. Strong character, built through discipline, honesty, and self-mastery. It resists temptation, endures hardship, and acts with integrity. The world tests you, and you stand firm. Character cannot be borrowed, bought, or faked. It is earned in silence, day by day. Independence from chaos. You are not tossed by circumstance or opinion. External noise cannot disturb your focus. Freedom is found in mastering yourself, not controlling others. The less you depend on approval, luck, or validation, the more unshakable you become. If you can wake without dread, sleep without regret, and face hardship with dignity, you are already successful. Society will tell you what to value. But the Stoic asks, what can I control? What strengthens me? What aligns with reason? Define your own success. Let it be measured by peace, character, and freedom. Everything else is fleeting, external, and irrelevant. Stoicism is not about escaping life. It is about meeting life head-on. Master yourself and nothing can enslave you. Remember, you don't rise because life is easy. You rise because you are strong. You rise because you endure. You rise because you act when others hesitate. Strength is not given. It is earned day by day, choice by choice, action by action. If this message helped you, like, subscribe, share it with someone who needs discipline, not motivation. And don't stop there. Follow Manhood Max, a channel dedicated to sharpening men through Stoic wisdom, Sigma mindset, and unstoppable self-mastery. Every video is designed to help you take control of your life, build unshakable strength, and become the man who rises, no matter the circumstances. This isn't just entertainment, it's a platform for transformation, a place where discipline is taught, focus is strengthened, and success is made inevitable. Here, excuses don't exist. Weakness is challenged. Progress is demanded. By following this channel, you're not just watching content. You're committing to a lifestyle of growth, resilience, and relentless self-improvement. Every video is a tool. Every lesson is a weapon. Every tip is designed to make you sharper, stronger, and more unstoppable than yesterday. Subscribe now and start your journey. Master your mind. Master your actions. Master your life. Join the community of men who refuse to settle. Men who refuse to be controlled by fear, distraction, or opinion. Men who rise because they train, discipline, and dominate themselves first. Manhood Max isn't for the passive. It's for the men who are serious about becoming their best, strongest, and most disciplined selves. Hit subscribe and transform your life one lesson at a time.